Just 30 seconds left. Finished. That's it.
Sean's dreams are resting on stuffed squid with a spicy lemon and coriander couscous, followed by creme brulee.
The whole dish is actually just a vehicle for the sauce. Squid gets slightly lost in it, but saying that, the idea of the couscous with that sauce is really delicious.
This dish, like yourself, has a diverse cultural background, doesn't it? Because we've got couscous from North Africa and the Middle East, and we have a sauce that comes straight out of South East.
That's right.
Your flavours are immense and they're great.
From main course to dessert. So we've got a caramel top. It hasn't quite set, has it? Really love the flavours. The consistency, I'm finding a bit difficult.
Okay. I'm not enjoying it because I'm drinking it.
Experimental cook Reese is banking on Pigeon with Madeira sauce on a broad bean beurre noisette puree. Pudding is poached rhubarb with almond ice cream and coffee syrup.
The meat is a bit dry, a little bit tough. But you've got all those flavours coming through. There's not ridiculous things like chocolate in there.
Meaty, gamey, going slightly sweet, going zing with the sorrel. Really, really good. And really, really clever. I'm pretty much blown away.
From main course to another very, very powerful, powerful dish. But it's not as rounded as your main course. But, Reese, processes like this, making stuff like this, thinking like this, hey, I want to grab hold of you, put my arms around you and kiss your fair and square on the lips.
I love it. I think you will always divide opinion cooking like this.
You want to go further?
Yeah, so much.
And you're going to change your life. You're not going to be an art student, you're not going to go and do art.
No, I'm going to cook.
You're doing art.
Well, yeah.
You've just taken it off the wall and stuck it on a plate.
James is hoping his fillet of Brill with langoustine and clam sauce, followed by rhubarb crumble, will take him through to the quarter-final.
About as close to a perfect fish dish that I've ever eaten, James.
It's beautifully flavoured, it's all well seasoned, it's all well cooked. I admire what you're doing, I think it's fantastic. If you're going to go any further in this competition, it's got to become a little bit more subtle and a little bit more refined.
From main to pudding, it doesn't share the same sort of wow factor that your main do. Texture's good. You've got the balance of sweetness and sourness absolutely right. You get that in equal measure. In fact, it probably errs more on the sweetness, which is fine because you've got the sharpness of the ginger.
I love it. It's times like this we make very, very difficult decisions.
Our quarter-finalist is James.
Brilliant. You make sure you win the whole thing, though.
Can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. I'm blown away. I'm absolutely gobsmacked.
The three remaining contestants now face their most advanced cooking challenge yet. They have 1 hour and 20 minutes to produce a 3-course meal that they've designed themselves. The standards expected at this stage are much higher. Barrister James's menu involves technical skill and will test his presentation to the limit.
So what's our menu?
A goat's cheese tart, and then a beef fillet with a tomato and anchovy crust. And then for pudding, it's sablé short crust biscuits with strawberry sort of puree.
I mean, you have had some of the ugliest food we've seen in our life, really, haven't we, James? Is it going to be beautiful today?
I've tried to work on the presentation and the balance of the plates, and also, obviously, the way the flavours work together.
That main course of James's is showing about 8 or 9 different cooking processes. That guy is working too hard.
Those sablé biscuits, a strawberry sauce, has to be beautifully elegant. And we know James ain't nobody who does beautifully elegant very easily. You have 1 minute. Your time is up.
James's first course is red onion and goat's cheese tarte tatin with a balsamic and honey reduction.
You have started to really refine your food, haven't you? You've thought about the presentation quite a lot, and you've worked on it very, very hard. All the flavours work really, really well. It is very, very well done indeed.
Oh, I think we're almost there. I think another few goes at this and we have a great starter on our hands.
Can James now up the ante with his fillet of beef with tomato, anchovy and garlic crust, fondant potato and horseradish sauce?
The interruption of that wonderful creamy horseradish by those salty anchovies is something which is not that delicious. All conceived very well, it's all cooked very well, it's just not coherent.
Horseradish, light and mild. Beautiful texture.
And finally for his pudding, James has made strawberries with sable biscuits and orange and lemon syllabub.
Hey, crispy biscuit. I love it. Really.
Thank you very much.
That is what people want to eat, James.
It's just the prettiest looking thing. Lemony, orange, citrus, deep strawberry, fluffy, crumbly biscuits, just got every single component part of an absolutely gorgeous dessert. That is the absolute ticket.
Do you really want this?
Well, it's tough, isn't it? When everyone's kicked their hearts out. I've done my best and they've done their best, and God knows what you guys are going to have to talk about.
What a great competition. We said there was no room at this stage for mistakes. We didn't get fault-free food from one of you. What we did get is glimmers of brilliance.
It has been a tough decision. Our semi-finalist. James, congratulations.
I can't believe it.
Well done, mate.
Guys,
Well done.
Well done. Well done, James.
Just like to say one thing, James. Give up your day job, because that was sensational. Absolutely stunning.
This is Johnny's ultimate test. Will he impress these legendary chefs with his trio of foie gras? He's made a pan-fried foie gras, a cured ballantine and a foie gras mousse.
The foie gras for me was absolutely beautiful. Very, very nicely cooked indeed.
To create that technically, I think they've done a great job.
It's all clean, nice and fresh.
The pan-fried foie gras was cooked well. I feel that the ballantine, I don't think that's quite as good as Triumph as the cooked foie gras.
Yes, that ballotine is not really top on my list.
I'm Johnny and I made your starter. I hope you enjoy it. I just don't know what to do. I'm just such a steam company. I'm very nervous, but was everything okay?
when did you first in your life came to either to eat or to cook foie gras?
I've never actually even handled the lobes before, which was quite nice.
Well, that's fantastic then. The execution is superb. There is no doubt about it.
Johnny, fantastic. My favourite was the simplest, which is the pan-fried foie gras. Sometimes the simplest things can be the hardest, and you executed that perfectly.
Johnny, I thought the Ballantine was slightly almost too rich, really. But I have to applaud you on your work, rather you than me. You've done an outstanding job there.
So it was an absolute pleasure.
Well done.
Thank you. I'll speak to you again sometime, I hope. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really nice comments, and you recognise these faces that you see in the books that I have at home. It's incredible. What a day.
James makes a start on the main course. This dish hangs on his ability to poach the turbot to perfection.
Come on, James, quickly, please. Bring the pan to you, mate. Gently, gently, because if you drop this, mate, we're buggered.
James will need to plate the truffle sauce quickly to keep the fish warm.
Another one, James, come on. Clean it, come on, clean it, wipe it, quickly, quickly. Come on, James, hurry up. Right, can we go?
Will James's execution of the poached turbot with truffle sauce and mushroom duxelle stand up to the scrutiny of these great palates?
There's such high standards in the room that any slip-ups that I have made on the plate will be noticed.
My first impression, after tasting a little bite of everything, it's a knockout. It is absolutely a perfect dish. The kind of food I love.
The seasoning, the balance between the things are... I mean, I'm just perfect.
I'm trying to find a negative, I can't find it.
I've got one spoonful left, and I just think it's an absolute outstanding dish.
The preparation has been very, very skillfully done.
I would be proud to serve it in my restaurant. Can I just first of all congratulate you on the most outstanding dish? As you can see, empty plates and absolutely well done, brilliant, perfectly executed.
Just like to say one thing, James, give up your day job, because that was sensational. Absolutely stunning.
Your seasoning, your balance was perfect.
Everyone said around the table, I mean, absolutely superb.
Thank you. Too much.
Thank you very much, James, indeed.
Well, no, it's
well done.
An honour to cook for you all. Thank you very much.
We had a good time.
Thank you very much.
Well done,
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
This means a lot to me. You know, it means everything to me. To have some of the greatest chefs in the world say nice things to you, it's just... my head's just reeling. I've never been through such highs and lows.
Smoked paprika in there.
It's Emily's turn to plate. She will need a lightness of touch and attention to detail to pull off this incredibly intricate dessert.
To there. So you want to bring it a little bit closer.
Take that one. Do that one again.
You've got about 3 minutes left.
Her big test is to get the delicate red pepper tuiles filled with the strawberry mousse and onto the plates before they soften. But her nerves are now starting to show.
Right, go on.
Can Can this 18-year-old impress the gastronomic greats with her strawberry cannelloni and red pepper puree?
The whole dish is so light. It's like being on a pillow, you know, full of feather. And you're floating around it, you know.
First thing was the presentation was amazing, outstanding. But one of the things that really was interesting was that for the first time to get an aroma from a cold dessert was absolutely extraordinary.
Yeah.
I've never had that experience
Very
where
unusual.
I've had a smell of the dessert.
A technical achievement of this dish is marvellous. But there's a massive difference between the dish we've just had and the turbot. With desserts, you know, there is an element of prefabrication and elements of design which are less problematic when it comes to execution.
I slightly disagree.
Well, me too.
Because
Me too.
So I just think for me, albeit the main course was outstanding, that was absolutely brilliant.
I mean, as a pâtissier, I can tell you that it is a superb dessert. I mean, outstanding execution.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Emily, first of all, I mean, I think you will find that around the table you excel yourself. You've done wonderfully well.
Emily, it's a fantastic execution of a brilliant dish, and we all agree the technical ability that you showed and understanding of that dish was outstanding. And when you put into context that of your age, I think all of us are very impressed.
Congratulations. You've pulled off an amazing feat today. Quite an achievement to achieve that level of skill with flavour, to create a red pepper into a dessert. A great dish by Aidan, but beautifully executed by yourself.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for eating it.
Those are like the best chefs in the world. And, you know, if they think that I'm good, then that's pretty good, you know, credentials.